not, then you're not paying attention. But how do we live in this time? How do we manage our presence, our mind, our brain, our body, our thoughts, our energy? Because chaotic thoughts cause chaotic energy, and it keeps us from being able to be still enough to connect with our heart and our soul and our humanity. And if there's anything that we need more of right now, it's connection and humanity. I truly believe that those who know better can do better, and that those who know better often need support that they may or may not have access to, which is why I chose to dedicate this time today to coming on Facebook, to being here live, to holding this space for those who would be present in this moment and those who would find this recording afterwards and be present similarly, out of sync of time chronologically, but certainly present energetically. And I trust that we are all here together with open hearts, with open minds, making the choice to explore stillness, to be anticipating the opportunity to find a moment of peace and calm through stillness in the midst of the day-to-day troubles and the larger reality within which that lives. So here we are. As you can imagine, I have been setting the tone already. And now let us take this a little more consciously into a meditation and a visualization, a physical, somatic, in the body experience, and one that connects us with our higher self and with our still mind, that allows us to rest, to reconnect with ourselves, our true selves, and then as we complete our time together, to come back into our present physical state in fullness, more aligned, more connected, more able to act from our truth and not our reactivity. So, if it is safe to do so, if you feel safe to do so, and I encourage you to create an environment where you do feel safe, to be still, to close your eyes, as I will, so that I can be fully present with you as you are also with yourself and with all of us together. I invite you to take a deep inhalation, keeping the shoulders relaxed, and exhale. Shoulders and upper body stay relaxed as you inhale, with your abdomen allowing the diaphragm to drop towards the pelvis, to expand the lungs, and to exhale. And if your breathing pattern brings you to the top or the bottom of the breath at a different timing than instructions, don't worry. There's no reason to feel rigid. It is only fluid, experiential. Simply fill the lungs with as much breath as you can access through the full expansion of the rib cage, the full expansion of the belly for the inhalation, and then likewise the exhalation, expelling as much of the breath as possible. And now let's come to a point where we breathe again together with an inhalation here, and a suspension, and an exhalation, slowly, very slowly, full exhale, and a pause, and an inhalation, expanding, suspending. Maybe there's a yawn that comes out as you begin to exhale slowly. Always in this practice, if you feel a yawn or the body wanting to move gently or release in any kind of way, taking an additional breath, a deep breath, a yawn, any of those responses of the body are part of the nervous system resetting. And I encourage you to maintain the peacefulness as much as you're able and allow the movement, allow the body, respond to the desire of the body to yawn or to release. And as you do, as you come to a point of stillness that is different from where we started, I invite you to allow the breath to return to normal, being sure that you're breathing through your nose and not your mouth. It calms the nervous system more. It filters and hydrates the air that's going into the lungs. And it simply slows you down. So as you continue to breathe, as your mind continues to quiet, I invite you into the calmness. As the mind, as we begin to pay attention to the mind, it may still be racing. And I would like for you to give it a little bit of attention and notice how what the mind is doing is attempting to know what is happening. It's attempting to know what the questions are and what the answers are to the questions. It wants to give you solutions to whatever the problem is that you've been meditating on so far today. And so within that awareness, I invite you to breathe. I invite you to express appreciation and thanks for the thoughts, for the effort, to say, I release you. For this moment, find a more quiet posture within your mind. Allow the running thoughts to slow, to skip towards the distance, to move over the horizon, knowing that they will just gently do their own thing until, if and when you allow them, you invite them to come back to your consciousness. But for now, they can play in the sun over the horizon. And then within yourself, to find that landscape that is safe, secure, gentle, where you can breathe deeply, where the sounds of the world and the sounds of your thoughts slow down. They become still. They become at peace. And you become at peace. You continue to breathe. You breathe deeply, inhaling life, exhaling peace, stillness. Becoming the breath. Allowing the breath to relax your mind and your body. Finding your center. Releasing the tensions within your body, your physical body. Becoming aware of where you are holding on, where your muscles are guarding protecting, holding steady to be sure you don't get hurt. But here, feel in this safe space. Breathe and feel the safety of where you are. Feel the wholeness of who you are in the quiet space. As you release the noise, as you focus on the peace, the center becomes more and more clear. The truth of who you are reveals itself. As a simple reminder, because it is not new. It is who you have always been and always will be. As you breathe and become aware of the tensions and release it and exhale it into complete relaxation, and you find yourself connecting and sinking deeper and more completely into the truth of who you truly are. And here, let's breathe together, resting and deepening, strengthening our connection with who we truly are. A gentle reminder that if your mind feels the need to think and get your attention, that you have the capacity, permission, and power to breathe, to thank it, and to redirect your thoughts towards peace and calm and stillness. With one more breath, asking yourself within this point of stillness, where energy has calmed down, the thoughts have stilled, The patterns and the guarding of keeping you safe have softened. Feel the state of possibility. From here, you can choose a different direction than was available or that you had chosen when you came here. From this point, you can go in any direction. From this state of being, you can be and become and choose any identity, any perspective, any response. Even ones that you didn't know were available to you before. So take this moment to listen to the stillness within. For a nudge, a word, a guidance, a gentle point of direction that is clear to you about what your highest self, your still self, is asking for you to move towards, become when it is time from this place. And breathe. And so now it is time to reflect on what you've heard there so that you can hold it within yourself, within your remembering, within not just your thinking, but within your body. As we breathe and we begin to return to the present moment, as we gently and slowly return to the point of action, where we are able to be mindful of the stillness even as we return, and allow our thoughts to return, but with a different level of peace and choice, and the power of the stillness within. The power of all of the energy being united without chaos, without distraction, but pure possibility, pure energy, pure presence, the purity of our power from the point of stillness, unguardedness, possibility, and hope. So I invite you to breathe deeply, to wiggle your fingers and your toes if that feels good, to begin to gently move your body, to come back into your body. You might put your own hands on your own arms, your own legs, whatever part of your body is available to bring your touch back online. And as it feels good and right to you, gentle movements appropriate for your space. Perhaps a yawn, a deep breath, a releasing, a resetting of the nervous system. Feeling how your body is, that you are fully present in your body. Opening your eyes if you haven't already and you feel it's time to do so. And here we are. Friends, it is within the stillness that we are fully present. It is within the stillness that the momentum of life and the chaos of life can find new direction, new stability, new certainty. I invite you into the stillness. I invite you to meet with me here again. I invite you to the wait list as I get better about acting to connect with my people. That wait list, the emails will become more significant. I'm always on the lookout for how to guard our privacy, our personal security more and more. It's a priority for me, although it is not at this moment the highest priority, because my highest priority is you and getting to know you. I invite you, I encourage you, I hope truly to meet with you personally on a call, because we are connected and it's time for us to know each other more. I look forward to the next time that we're together.